Hi friends, my name is Fawad Khan and I'm an international student at Leeds Beckett University and I'm studying business administration. Today I'm going to talk about my interpretation of marketing myths. There are 6 different types of myths in marketing. The first one is a satisfied customer is a loyal customer. A second one is a strong brand can sustain a higher price. A third one is a strong brand is invincible. The fourth one is a customer is a king or queen. And the fifth one is members of distribution channels influences the marketing. And the sixth one, and the last but not the least, it is that advertisement always affects the sales. So I'm going to be talking about each of these 6 myths separately, one by one. For some company leaders, the customer satisfaction means a lot to them. Through this customer satisfaction, they can find out how good their company is performing, and it helps them to achieve their target as well. So customer satisfaction is the first priority for every company, and these days a customer loyalty is based on some factors. It may be the customer is based on interaction, attitude and behavior towards the business, such as a customer service, sale and billing procedure. So the first myth is the satisfied customer is a loyal customer. So many companies shows interest in customer satisfactions. Many companies may see it as how satisfied their customer are, or how happy their customers are. Other companies may see it as how better and how good their company is performing and how loyal the customer is to them. These days you may have came across some phrases such as 98% of our customers are satisfied. On some other places you will see that customer satisfaction is our first priority. So these kind of phrases are oftenly attempt to gain a customer's attention towards the companies, and it shows how companies are oriented towards customer satisfaction and their loyalty. So for some business leaders the customer satisfaction is a way of finding that how good their company is performing and how good their product is in the market. And for some companies, the customer satisfaction can be like how good have they achieved their targets and their goals. Now, a second myth of the marketing is a strong brand is invincible. So we can't really say that a strong brand is invincible or it's not invincible. For example, if we look at the children toys making company Lego, it has a great influence on our children, and we can say in a way that it's very invincible. This brand is very invincible for our children. So the invincibility of a brand depends on what group of people you are going to target. A strong brand, maybe it's invincible, but on the other hand, if we see it's very hard to sustain, to maintain the balance of a brand's name, because it's very easy. It's not very easy. It's hard to make, to get to the top of the brands, but it takes a second just to break down and crash down to the bottom. And then it became very hard for the companies to get to the position they were before. For example, Tesco's last year, the scam, it happened there, and it was completely crashed down, and now it's fine, and it maintained its value in market again. The third myth is a big brand can sustain a higher price. So if we see, it's not really true all the time, because it depends on the brand and their mentality. Some brands, if we see for example the car brand, there is Ferrari. Their car, they're worth more than like 200,000 pounds and 300,000 pounds, which is a lot of money compared to the other cars which you can get it like for 80,000 or 50,000 pounds. So a big brand can sustain a higher price, and it depends on the brand as well. And on the other hand, there are big brands which are very cheap at the prices. For example, if we go for Primark, it's a very big brand, and the prices are very cheap compared to the other brands. It's a clothing brand and it's very cheap. But it depends on the customers as well. Sometimes there are two types of customers, and one type of the customer is like, they may go for the branded stuff which can be expensive, but they want it, and they want to get these branded stuff, so they can pay higher price for those brands. And then there are customers who will prefer to buy their things from products from a cheaper brand compared to the bigger brand with higher price. So it depends on the customers as well. But yeah, if we see, a big brand can sustain a higher price. The fourth myth we are going to talk about is a customer is a king or queen. Now, in every business and in marketing, we say a customer is a king or queen. Why? Because if you don't have any customers, you have no business. Simple. So if you give respect to your customers, you give them the quality and give them nice customer service, then they can buy things from you. They can buy the products from you. There are some companies which engage the customers in innovations. So through those surveys, they can see what their customers really want. So they can make their products regarding to the customers what they really need. We should not be confused about what expert says and what our customers really want. So if our customers are happy with the product and the way they want it to be, then we should go for it, because we are going to sell to the customer, not to the experts. The fifth myth we are going to talk about, that members of distribution channels influences the market. So what is market like? What is the members of distribution? The members of distribution are salesmen. You can go, if you want to get something, you will go to its maker, or maybe to a store, or maybe you will order it online, or maybe through a salesman. These kind of ways of buying the product, these are called distribution channels. Now, there are some ways of distribution. There are some effects of distribution on the marketing. For example, if we say you want to buy a product, or you want to buy a product, and you need to go to its maker, it's impossible. Let's say if every time you want to buy a product or a service, you have to go to its maker. Now that sounds like very impossible. You cannot go directly to its maker every time. If you want to buy milk, you cannot go directly to the milk factory to buy it every time. You need a proper channel for it. You will go and buy it from a store. Yeah. So the companies, they made these kind of deals with the other companies to make it easy for us to buy the product direct from the store near to us, rather than going to the company or the maker. So it's very impossible. But in some cases it's possible. For example, if you go for a haircut, it's a product, yeah. So if you go for a haircut, you have to go to the maker, you have to go to the barber. So On the other hand, if you want to buy some groceries and you go to a grocery store, you can get them easily from a grocery store, like all the items will be there, rather than you go for each item to its maker. It's very impossible. The sixth myth is, and where advertisement always affects the sales. Yeah, if you see, it has a great influence on the sales. Of course, if you want to buy a product, if you go to a store and you see there a product you have never heard of it before, you cannot just go for the product and buy it. You will go for the one you have heard from friends, or you have seen in commercial on TV, or you have got some information through online internet or anything. Like, you will go for that product rather than the one you have never heard of. So advertisement is a key point of selling your product, and it has a great influence on the sales. And without advertisement, you cannot sell your product. And in America, like every year, a child watch more than 40,000 commercials, which is a very a lot of commercials. And there are some companies, big companies, which spends billions and millions of pounds and dollars on their commercials, on their advertisement, rather than on surveys, because advertisement is the key point to sell the product. Without advertisement, there is nothing. So it is very important. So friends, these were the 6 different types of the marketing myths that I talked about, and hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got some information from the video, and thanks for watching this video.